I'm not doing nothing. I am on my way home from doing the shift at Amazon in my own car. I have about 30 minutes till I get to my husband's job to pick him up. I am passing, about to pass Arrowhead Stadium where the Chiefs play. Go Chiefs. And I'm a little tired, so I figured what better time to run my mouth than when I'm, oh, you getting over, are you? Okay. Than when I'm tired. Okay. Now I'll get over. Whew. I both love and hate driving. I love it because it affords me the ability to get where, oh my, that's an accident, to get where I need to go. But I hate it because, well, I'm the one that's in charge of 2 tons of, I think it's 2 tons, 2 tons of metal and other things. So, yeah, I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Nothing. So let's figure out a topic. Okay. I read a what's it called? Am I the a-hole story? Well, actually, I didn't read it. I listened to it on a podcast. On a podcast, and the podcast said, it said, "Am I the a-hole for um, losing weight before my sister's wedding?" And the guy said, so the premise of the "Am I the a-hole" was, she's always been a little heavier, always been the fat friend, fat sister, whatever. And then she just started making some better life choices and went ahead and lost some weight. And so she went and to her sister's. She was on her way to her sister's wedding, and so she gets to the sister's wed. Well, she gets there. I think it was said 2 weeks earlier because she wanted to be able to. Hello. She wanted to be able to visit with family as she had not seen them in a couple years. So she says she gets there and the sister is livid because wouldn't you know it, the sister who was always the quote unquote pretty one has gained weight, and the sister who was the fat friend has lost weight. And so the sister did say, the one who's now skinnier, did say, hey, you know what, she still looks good, but it's very noticeable that she gained weight. And so she said, am I the a-hole? And so I say, in my opinion, I say no. I mean, it's not like she went and purposely lost weight. She said she wanted to make better life choices. She wanted to do better for herself. Hello, Jasmine. Hello, girly, and hello, DELGER. FM, if you don't care, you don't have to watch. I'm not forcing you to be here. This is a choice. You made the choice to be here. You can also make the choice to leave. Anyway, back to the Am I the A-hole? So she said that the family was upset about it and whatnot, but she couldn't understand why they thought she was the a-hole. I don't think she's the a-hole. Do you guys think that she's the a-hole? And so then we're going to move on to second, am I the a-hole that I just listened to on a podcast? A lady, it's kind of odd that most of them have, do I like Tom McDonald? I have no idea who Tom McDonald is. I've never heard of him or her. I'm going to assume it's a him, but yeah, I've never heard of him. So anyway, moving on to the next Am I the A-hole. So she asked her friend, she said, am I the a-hole for leaving my bachelorette party? So she asked her friend during C-19, COVID, all of that, the pandemic, and she asked her friend to be the maid of honor. She said, hey, can you be the maid of honor? And she said, I know you just got out of a relationship, and I know that, technically you should be planning a wedding right now too, but are you down for it? And the friend said yes. The girl getting married quickly realized that the so-called friend, since elementary school, since grammar school, she quickly realized that she was making it about her. She was making it about her. She was making it the wedding of her dreams, not the wedding of her friend's dreams. And it came to a head because for the bachelorette party, she said, hey, I want something calm. I would like to go to a spa or something calm, no alcohol, because I have several people in my family who have had issues in the past with alcohol, and so I don't want any alcohol. I want something calm, something spa-like, something, calm. So she said she pulls up to a lake house, and she was like, oh, she's going to have a house party. I didn't want a house party. She gets in there, and they're drinking and all of that. And so she says, oh, by the way, we're staying the night here. And the girl getting married is like, hey, I have a dog at home. I didn't make any plans for this, nor do I have clothes for tomorrow. I thought we were going to this calm spa party type thing, and this is a house party. I'm not staying here overnight. So she went ahead and had someone pick her up after the friend got trashed. And so the next day she said she woke up to a bunch of missed calls and whatnot, and they get into an argument and whatnot, and she wanted to know if she was the a-hole for leaving. Oh, and she also ended up telling her, hey, you no longer could be my maid of honor. I do remember that part too. And I think that she should have been did that. Once she saw that she was making decisions or trying to make decisions on things that, or trying to change things that she had like deal breakers on, she should have said, not gonna continue to be the person over this important day of my life. I think a wedding is up there with one of your most important days of your life. As long as you're happy and you're not doing it for, I don't know what else you would be doing it for other than happiness. I know some people get married because their parents tell them to. Some people get married for financial gain and all of that, business mergers and stuff like that. I understand things like that happen. I do. But for the most part, people get married for happiness. So to have someone over one of the happiest days of your life that doesn't necessarily have your best interest at heart is stupid. If you notice that person is not doing right by you, why are you still talking to them? Why are you still allowing them to make decisions for you? I hear all of these am I the a-hole stories of saying stuff like they ruined my day, and well, when you listen to the story or read the story, there were signs. You knew what they were gonna do. You knew this was not a shock. This was not something that you could not have predicted. People show you who they are. So, but yeah, I turned 42 a couple weeks ago, and I am at a point in my life. I know it took some time, but I'm now at a point in my life where I'm not allowing people. I don't care who you are, to ruin my life. The only person who can ruin my life is me, because I'm the only person who has that power. I'm the only person who has the power to decide what I do and don't do. And I don't care who you are. You could be, well, my parents, both of them. I keep pausing because the GPS is going off, and I don't know if y'all can hear over that or not. But anyhow, both of my parents passed away. My father in 2017, and my mother in 2023, I believe it was. My father on December 12th of 2017, and my mother on Valentine's Day of 2023. The fact of the matter is, um, they were the only ones who could dictate my life, and that was as a child. That's it, that's all. You carve your own path, you decide what you're going to do. And like I said, a wedding is too much of an important day to have people around that don't have your best interest at heart, especially if you're the one paying for it. Like, are you insane? Some weddings cost like $10,000. You're going to spend $10,000 on a day that's supposed to segue into, the rest of your life, and you're going to have people, you're going to allow people to come in there and ruin that just because they're family? No. There's people right now in my family who don't even realize that they've been cut off. Blood. Blood. No, I'm not going back. You treated me like crap. You don't acknowledge me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you message me and reach out and say that you need something, you need some help, and it's a dire situation and I'm able to help, I might still help because I'm a kind person. But real talk, if it's not a situation like that, I don't need to talk to you. I do not need to talk to you. So protect your peace, people. Protect your peace. Why is my phone jumping like that? I don't know. I think it's that stand that it's on. I can't control it right now because I'm driving. Speaking of which, let me turn this GPS off because I know where I'm at now. But yeah, protect your peace. Don't let people that you know and people that you don't know ruin good things about your life, or even cause bad things in your life. So yeah, that's my take on that. Not leaving that bachelorette party because your friend, who probably is not a friend, she's not no friend, because if she was your friend, the things that she was planning would have been a reflection of you. Anybody who knows me and is a friend to me, they know that when they're planning something for me, they know what to do and what not to do. Like, if you were to plan a party for me, more than likely you would not have a whole lot of oh God, I'm such a fuddy-duddy. Like, I go out once, maybe twice a year, and typically, like, for example, I just went to an adult prom, and I pretty much stayed seated at my table the entire time. I got up and danced right next to my table, maybe 3 songs, pushing it to 5, maybe. And then after most of everybody had left, me and my husband got on the dance floor and danced. That's just my personality. I was cool in the chair dancing, do 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 do, and then I did have a Mai Tai, but it is no, no. You're not gonna see me closing down a club. That's not me. So my friends, if they know me, would know not to set up some sort of club atmosphere event because I'm not gonna have a good time. And I have social anxiety. Like I know a lot of people be like, "Girl, you talk so much. How do you have social anxiety?" Because if I know you, I'm gonna talk your ear off. If I know you, oh, we can talk all night, all day, every hour, whatever. But then randomly, a switch in my head is going to go, that's enough. That's too much talking. You're doing too much interacting with people. But it's time to cut it off. And then also my friends also know that if I don't talk to you for 3 months, yes, 3-4 months. I think the longest I pushed not talking to a friend was like a year. But that's because I'm me. That doesn't mean I love them any less. They know they can call me and I'll be there for them. If they have anything, I'm going to support them. But I am cool with staying at home, reading my book, watching my YouTube videos, recording a few YouTube videos. That's just my personality. I am a homebody. And my husband likes it because we've been to celebrate 25 years together. And my kids don't mind because that means that when they need me to do something, I'm at home and I can go ahead and do it. And I don't think the people at church mind either because I'm at home and they could call me and I could get it done for them. So, but back to the am I the a-hole, but that's just the truth. If somebody is doing something for you, it should be a reflection of you. It should not be some other crap. Moving on. The other am I the a-hole story. The other am I the a-hole story was, and like I said, most of these are wedding things. The am I the a-hole story was, am I the a-hole for uninviting my parents to my wedding? So I'm going to paraphrase this because obviously I'm driving and I can't read it. But long story short, the husband was of another nationality. He had a tradition, I think it was a tea, where they go to one parent's house and they have tea, then they go to the other set of parents' house and they have a tea. It's like just, they serve the parents tea. And so the parents said yes, so they set it up, and then the parents randomly said no, they didn't want to do it and called it stupid. And she said, well, we obviously can't not do it. If you don't do it, we can't do it because it doesn't make sense, because it's a whole tradition and ceremony. Both sets of parents have to be involved. And the parents and her had an argument, and so she ended up disinviting them from the wedding. And like I've said most of this whole video, when you are planning what should be one of the happiest days of your life, your wedding, nobody should be causing you drama. Nobody should be causing you pain. Nobody should be causing you anything other than happiness. And if they are, and it's intentional, they don't need to be going to your happy day, because it's not going to stop. So, she's not the a-hole for not for disinviting her parents. Her parents were causing problems. Her parents were saying they didn't want to participate in her soon-to-be husband's traditions. And so she disinvited them. No, she's not the a-hole. No. No, no, no. No. Stop inviting people just because they family to these weddings. They don't matter. After the wedding is over, everything is cleaned up, everything is folded and put away, tuxes are returned, wedding dresses are folded and put in storage. After all of that's said and done, a marriage needs to happen. And a marriage is not just between man and wife. A marriage is a union of families. You need to decide if you want to deal with those families. And if you don't, that needs to be discussed beforehand. There are certain family members that me and my husband have a mutual understanding that neither one of us want to deal with. But there's also other family members that me and my husband have a mutual understanding that it's okay if you deal with them or I deal with them, but we're not dealing with them together at this point in time. Because like I said earlier, I don't care who you are, even if you're blood. If you don't serve the purpose that I'm trying to live in my life, then you don't need to be in my life. And I know there are some people that probably feel the same way about me. Last I counted, I had 13 siblings. And unfortunately, currently, I think I only have a relationship with about 4 or 5 of them. Let me do a mental math. Yeah, that's about right. I only have a relationship with about 4 or 5 of them. It's unfortunate. I love them. And like I said earlier, if something was to happen and they call me, I'll be there. I'll be there. But that don't mean that I got to sit there and listen to foolishness. Not going to do that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, yeah. And I think I'm going to do one last am I the a-hole, because I am about maybe 10 minutes away from my destination. So this am I the a-hole was, well, actually I think I'll do 2 more. This one was this lady, her grandmother passed away. It was either her grandmother or her mother. I think it was her mother. Her mother passed away, leaving behind 6 porcelain dolls to her niece. The niece was about 10 at the time. And the lady writing it is saying that basically that she had an attachment to these dolls, and so that she really wanted the dolls, but she understood that the mother had left them to her. They had a hurricane. Oh, there was one doll that she ended up not giving her. Why she didn't end up giving it to her, I don't remember. But she didn't give her one doll. There was a hurricane that happened, and the other 5 or 6 dolls did not make it. And so she does not want to give the 10-year-old the other doll, because she feels like, well, when you were evacuating, you had time to grab everything that was important to you, and obviously those dolls were not important to you because you left them behind. And so she said that she the a-hole for not giving her niece the doll. And my answer is yes. Yes, you are. Her logic is that she has a daughter now, and she feels like if her mom knew that she was going to have a daughter, she would have left at least one of the dolls to her daughter instead of all of them to her niece. But the fact of the matter is, they got left to your niece. I don't care if your niece decided to blow them up. It's hers. It's her property. It's the same thing with money. If your niece, think of the dolls as money. All of the dolls are money. If your niece had gotten $5 or $6 from your grandmother or of your mother, but you had sentimental value to that money for some reason, it's stealing for you to take that dollar from her. So why is it any different since it's a doll? It's a doll. It's not even worth money. It just got sentimental value. Now, what you should have done to this person in the Am I the A-hole story, what you should have done was you should have said, hey, you're only 10. These are porcelain dolls. They're priceless. They have sentimental value. How about I hold on to them until you become an adult? But you did not do that. You gave them to her. They got destroyed, and now you are down to one. You're down to one, and you feel like it should go to your daughter, but that's not what your mama said. Your mama said it goes to the 10-year-old. So that's it. That's all. It goes to the 10-year-old. And for you to try to rationalize it makes you an idiot. People write wills for a reason, and her will and her estate was divided the way that it needed to be divided, which segues me into my last am I the a-hole that I heard and read this morning. This one was the lady was married to the guy who she knew was gay. She was a friend with him. They got married. She knew that he was gay. She didn't care. The family didn't know. He decided to finally live in his truth. But while they were married for those 10 years or whatever it was, she was a caregiver to his grandmother and grandfather. And his parents, when he came out, disowned him. So they ended up getting divorced. He came out. The parents disowned him, but the grandparents were still there. And so she continued to be their caregiver even after they divorced because they were such good friends. Well, when they passed within 2 weeks of each other, they left all of the money to her sons. I think it was like $50,000. So $50,000 went to the parents and $50,000 went to him. I know it was like some low amount of money, but then to her, she got like $12 million in houses, property, and money, right? So she wanted to know, was she the a-hole for not giving the parents any more money? No, you disowned your child because he was gay. Didn't want nothing to do with him. Stop paying for his schooling and all of that. And you think that you're supposed to get your parents' money after that? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. She's not the a-hole. She went ahead and got the money. She did end up giving her ex-husband some extra money, not just the $50,000, because she feels like, hey, you know, these were your grandparents. Let me go ahead and still give you a couple extra dollars. It's only fair. And the parents are talking about suing, but I think the grandparents were smart because typically, when you have people who leave you something and then you complain, or typically when you have people who leave you nothing, you could complain, hey, they were not in their right mind, or this money should go to me, blah, blah, blah. But they left you something. You just being greedy. She was their caregiver for over 10 years. And these is your whole parents. And you mad because she getting money? You should have been there. And you wasn't. Because she was their caregiver, not you. Even after she divorced, she got a divorce with that man, she was still their caregiver. And you mad because she got the bulk of the money? Oh, no. And she's, if what she's saying is true, she didn't even realize they had that much money and assets. So it was happenstance. She was doing this out of the kindness of her heart, not because she expected some money. Yeah. Leave that woman alone. Let her enjoy her newfound wealth and peace. Let her enjoy the fact that she got something back for the time and the labor that she spent with this man's family after the fact, even after they was divorced. Leave that woman alone. So, yeah. Well, y'all, I am like 2 exits away from where I need to be. The bulk of my stories today seem to be marriage related, which is Oddly, a lot of the Am I the A-holes that I watch tend to be marriage related. I don't go searching those out. I just type in "Am I the a-hole," and that's maybe it's because that's the way my algorithm is set up because of me watching so many of them. I don't know. I don't care. I like a lot of them too. I've watched some about jobs and other stuff too, but I like "Am I the a-hole" story. So I may come live again for another rendition of "Am I the A-hole?" My opinions on "Am I the A-hole?" I did lose my GoPro, so I have a lot of footage that is just not gonna be able to come out. I lost my GoPro, and yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do my best to go ahead and get what footage I have out, and then if my GoPro turns up, then you'll get some random old videos. That's it. You'll just get some random old videos. My next video will hopefully come out on Thursday, and it'll be me going to the adult prom, the footage that I have, because the rest of it is on my GoPro. And yeah, all right, y'all. I'm getting off on the exit to where I need to be. So I will see y'all later. Peace. Oh, well, that didn't end it.